Hey guys, it's your girl Pixie and I'm back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome to Pixie's World. If you guys are not new, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about my Fresh Fruit 2024 and what I learned. But before we get into the video, guys, please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe, and please be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Okay, guys, so today's video is going to be about Fresh Fruit 2024 and basically the things that I learned in 2024. My theme of the year last year was fresh fruit. So I would say spiritually wise, my theme was fresh fruit. I was inspired by Michael Todd on Transformation Church. I watch him on YouTube, and he just said fresh fruit. That was fresh fruit is what it was. If y'all haven't seen my fresh fruit video, short video about how I was riding past and I seen fresh fruit on the truck, how it just hit my heartstrings, please go check that video out. It has a really good message in it, guys. The link will be below in the description. And I also had another word, which was resilience, to just be resilient, not to give up on myself. But my main theme of the year was Fresh Fruit 2024. This year, my word of the year is going to be abundance and freedom. But we're going to save that for another video, guys. This video is about what I learned about 2024. Guys, most people don't change. Be careful when rekindling old friendships and relationships. I actually have a video for that as well. I will leave the link below, guys. Please check the description box for that. Guys, I am looking at my notes, so excuse me. But yeah, guys, most people come back when they bored, when something's not going wrong in their life. They need something. Be careful with people. I know y'all heard that saying, people don't change. I don't believe that all people don't change, but I do believe that it are very few. It's a very few percent that's making real money and millionaires. Like, it's always that percentage in every little thing, you know. But for the majority, a lot of people do not change. And it's hard to say you can't, because sometimes you can't resonate with certain friends, which means they might have changed, but you might have. So if you change, how do all people don't change? So some people change, some people don't. Most people don't. But just be careful with that, guys. You are who you attract. I'm gonna make get in more depth into video with this topic, but I've mentioned it before, but I am definitely getting in depth with this. But you are who you attract. Don't keep complaining. Oh, I'm tired of girls with 3 kids. I'm tired of ghetto girls. I'm tired of this. Like, if that's not who you was dating, that's not who you can complain about. I'm not going to complain about rich guys because I never dated a rich guy. I'm not going to, I'm tired of these. If you're tired of dating these kind of women, stop dating these kind of women. If you're tired of dating these kind of women, that's what you attract. Like, y'all all say, oh, I ain't paying for this. I ain't doing this. I ain't messing with this girl's this. And it's like, but the girls that do got standards and do want this and do that, y'all never had that kind of girl like that in your life. And you're acting like y'all could get them. But then it's like, y'all don't want to do what y'all got to do, step up for them. But then you complain about the girl with the 3 kids. Like, stay in your bracket. Like, you are who you attract. You can't get better if you're not doing better. And don't play yourself to think if you're tired of three baby moms, do better and step up with the girl who got her stuff going on, do what you gotta do. Or, like I said, minimize your standards and go back to your bracket and go date the girl with the 3 kids that you're tired of. Like, if you're tired of who you dating, then you should be tired of you, because you are who you attract. Guys, appreciate progress. Sometimes it feels like you're not getting something done until you look at the end of the year and realize that all that you have to be thankful for. Just focus on consistency, discipline, progress, and patience. This year I sat back and thought, I mean, of course it was a lot more that I could have got done, but it's a lot of stuff that I wanted to get done that I had on my vision board that I felt like I wasn't doing. And when I actually looked back at it, I was like, okay, you didn't do 10 things, but you did 6. Like, you ain't do 0. Like, be thankful for what you got going on, guys. Be really practice gratitude, guys. Um Ever notice when you need something to get something done, you have just enough money, just enough resources, or it came just in the nick of time? I'm saying all that to say what I said about earlier, appreciate what you have. The next point is what you have is enough. God will not expect more from you than the resources you God will not expect more from you than the resources you have. But don't count the little bit that you have out at the moment. There's always more to come. When you do something halfway, it will meet you halfway. Guys, appreciate what you have, because it's usually in the hard times where you can actually make $1 out of 15 cents and you realize that your resources was just enough to get what you need. Guys, like, we be thinking like, oh, how can I become a millionaire? I want to be a seamstress and all I got is sewing and scissors. All I got is $2. $2 can get you some construction paper. Make your patterns. You could borrow $5. Go get a pattern. Go get some sewing. A thread costs $1. Like, you might think you need $50, $60, $70 when all you need is like $20. Like, what you have is enough. Like, sometimes you don't even need money to start out the business. Sometimes you can just post something, like somebody told me they posted like a fabric, and then when somebody wanted it, then they went out and purchased it, and then they purchased it, they got it like cheap, but they priced it for something more, and then basically got sent the money and had more than enough to send the fabric. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Sometimes what you got is enough right in front of you. Get started with what you got. It's the same thing with the gym. You don't have no gym equipment, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, you don't got a rope, do some jumping jacks. Like, yeah, you want to lift harder eventually, but to get started, what you have is enough. Your body weight is enough for you to build a body, guys. What you got is enough, guys. Next, the power of manifestation and thought is really real. Focus on the things that you want to attract. Do not focus on the things you don't want to attract. Don't focus on negativity. Don't focus on your past. Don't focus on what wrong. Focus on what can go right. What you want in your future. What you want to be. Visualization and manifestation and all that is very real. It's been at least 4 or 5 times last year in 2024 that I thought about something and I had it, like I was staring at my vision board one day and I said, you know what, I'm gonna get some roses soon. And a couple of days later, my friend came up with roses. Just earlier this year, I said, you know what, my next date, I want to go somewhere fancy. And I was able to go somewhere really nice with my friend. I just said it like the day before. I said, you know what, from then on, not every time, but most of my vibes going to be more upscale, more classy. Next day later, my friend, oh, you want to go to brunch? And we went somewhere really nice. I manifested my trip at the end of the year. So I'm taking a trip before the end of this year. I'm taking a trip before the end of this year. And it was a little small trip, but I made it do what it needed to do. I said I wanted to save $1,000. I saved $1,000. You know what I mean? Like, manifestation, repetition, keeping your mind centered and focused on the things you want and not what you don't want is very powerful, guys. The next thing I'm going to say is, this is a quote that I had on my vision board. I'm actually going to say 2 that I had on my vision board, and it was so powerful to me that I actually put it back on my vision board for 2025. Do what you need to do, guys. Okay, so here's a quote. In the next few months, focus on what really matters. Do what you have to do to be where you want to be. It just spoke to me, like I said, and it just really stood out to me, especially at the end of the year. I started early last year for this year. I started getting myself back and momentum in December, so that when January came, I will already be kind of centered. Like I started a 12-week journey, and I'm already on week 4. I started it in the beginning of December instead of waiting until New Year's. Do what you have to do to be where you want to be, guys. Focus on that. Another quote that I had on my vision board was, "Don't spend another year doing the same shit." Guys, if you're gonna look up and everything's gonna look the same old people, same old thing. You just don't want to be doing the same thing that you did years ago, guys. It is up to you. I don't think I gotta say too much more from that explanation. Just don't spend another year doing the same shit. And the next then last thing that I learned at the end of the year, when I just went back and reflected it, boundaries. So my birthday was on Friday at the end of the month. Last Friday, December 27th. And this is what made me start realizing boundaries. Your birthday come up, and I'm not the type of person, like, I already know who my friends is. If y'all haven't seen my last video, I say know your friends. You feel me? Know your friends. I said that in I think it was my last video. I'll put the link below, but know your friends. I don't expect you to hop up because it's my birthday. I don't expect all my friends, but if you're a little bit of my friend and I post something about my birthday, and then you say, "Oh, I didn't know your birthday was coming up." Why don't you? Like, why don't you know when it's my birthday? I don't know exactly yours, but I know when it come. We not the best of friends, but we've been friends for years, and I made a comment back like, "Oh, well, it's come the same time every year." Like, yeah, every friend is not going to be a best friend to you. And I don't expect everything from every friend just because it's my birthday. But how do you not know around a friend? But then they'll try to, "Oh, we friends, we this." You can't get in contact with them. And that's why I say boundaries. Like, have boundaries with people, because when things is going decent for them or this is going right, then they all for you. Then they all this, they all that. But then when stuff start getting a little rocky, people just pick and choose how their relationship is with you. Or people like you when the good times, but when the bad times is rolling, they don't. Or you just don't know what people got in their life. Like, the way, the direction they going, and the type of friend that they are, and the type of friend you are, and how you are two different. Like, separate yourself, create boundaries. I even got into an incident with my friend, and I blame myself. But it was a incident, and I made a video about this too. Fake friends, fake bullying, fake friends in a friend group. Please check that video out. Link will be below. But I made a video about how one of my friends when we would be somewhere and she felt like incompetent, she would like try to embarrass me, try to talk over me, try to do weird stuff to embarrass me when she wasn't smart enough to keep the conversation up. And the last time we was together, I had to snap on her. And I do blame myself, and it goes back to what I said about boundaries, because I said something to her one time before. But that was the only one time I said something. When she had been doing this to me for years, I should have been said something. So you got to start creating, like, you teach people how to treat you. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, everybody going to look at you like the party pooper. But, like, who wants shady friends around? You got to create boundaries with people. You could talk for an hour. You only got 5 minutes. Most of these people don't really got nothing going on anyways. They waste your time. They don't got anything going on. So you got to create boundaries with people, because if you don't, people going to think they can do what they want to do. And just with the birthday and just with the friends and just look up, it's like, you got to create boundaries. People can't just feel comfortable hitting you up whenever they want to hit you up. And then when something important come on, they forget you and got a million excuses why they ain't hit you up, when it's like, all right, yeah, you had something that happened to you last month, but what about the month before that, the month before that, the month before that? Like, stop giving people excuses or letting even people just even be your friend that's just going to be shady. Let them go ahead. Like, separate yourself and let them know, like, this not that kind of friendship. I'm not that. I'm not them. You know what I mean? Create your boundaries, guys. That is all I wanted to say, guys. That is what I learned in 2024, guys. You already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to end the video here now, but you guys know what I'm going to say. Please pray to God. Please protect your peace. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Mwah.